everybody. It is Wednesday. I have to stop and think about what day it is. It's the middle of the week. It is October 23rd. And this is Lori Bradley, and I am here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am on the downhill for 31 projects in 31 days. And I'm a couple of minutes late getting on because I almost had a heart attack. And here's why today's heart attack almost happened. I used an embossing folder. I was like, oh, I think this is still current. I used it. It's great. It's perfect for fall. And then I went to look in the catalog to see what it actually was called. I didn't want to tell you it was the Leaf Embossing Folder and then it not be the Leaf Embossing Folder. And it wasn't in the catalog. And it has been moved, thank goodness, to the online exclusive section. And so it's still available, but I thought I was about to use an expired, retired embossing folder, and I try not to do that so that you don't get your hopes up and think that you really want that, and then you can't have it. So today I'm using the Leaf Fall Embossing Folder, and it's a simple card, but it's simple yet elegant, and I think you'll like it. It's a nice thank you. It's at that time of year when we start to think about gratitude with Thanksgiving coming up in November, and so just a simple grateful for you card. And for the words, I'm using the Autumn Expressions stamp set. I'm not using the embossing folder, the dies or anything not the pretty paper that goes with it. This is just the card. So let's get going. Okay, so I decided that I'm gonna make brown can be pretty. And I'm using our Early Espresso card base with some copper, some pretty shiny copper accents, and our embossing folder. And I want to show you my embossing folder first because you may chuckle at that. My embossing folder, I ran it through beforehand because I knew if I didn't, it was probably going to fall apart, and I wanted to make sure that it actually worked. My embossing folder has been used so many times it is split. Not sure if you can see that. That is actually the fold line, and it is split. So I had to run that through a couple of times just to make sure that it actually worked. So it's called the Leaf Fall. Let me see. Let me put the brown behind it so you can actually see what it looks like. And it's just corner to corner. So there's a spot right here where you can write your sentiment or you can add something decorative right there. And I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I have my Early Espresso card base. I'm going to fold that in half. I'm going to set that aside. That's the easiest thing so far. Now, I have my card panel, my very vanilla panel embossed. For my sample, my leaves go across the top left, so like this. But I think I want to turn this one a different direction just so you can see a different way that we could make this go. And then I'm going to put that panel onto some textured metallic copper paper. And so I feel like I'm only making two, so it's not a waste. If you're, it's a special card. So, all right, so let's stamp our words on here. I'm just using Early Espresso ink. If you had copper embossing powder, that would be beautiful with this card, because we're going to add some copper type accents as well. All right, I think I'm going to go vertical this time because I could make my words on this side and keep it horizontal, but I think I'm going to go vertical. I'm going to make sure that it fits. I'm going to scoot it toward me so I can actually see. Yep, I think we're good. Actually, if it doesn't work, we're in trouble because I did not bring an extra over. Okay, grateful for you. We have Early Espresso, which will match our card base. And that's all we're stamping on the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna attach that to the textured metallic panel that I cut. And the textured metallics paper is so pretty. Let me show you this really quick. I love to use all the things. So this is the copper that's on my table. And then I have gold. I say I have. Stampin' Up! Has gold texture. And then, ooh, that light is bright. And then the last one is called tungsten. And it's almost a blue-gray. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it goes perfectly with black. I made a black and tungsten die cut thank you card for my stamp club. So, okay, and I have my piece. All right, you guys, I already lost my paper. Where did it just go? I think it's stuck in it. I have not moved from my table, and this is what happens. It's stuck to the back of my paper when I put it in the thing. Hopefully we can pull this off because I didn't stick it on there. Mercy sakes. Okay. All right. Well, that was fun. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit extra of adhesive just so we can make sure that it sticks. Now, I'm gonna attach that right on my copper panel. If you'd like to die cut anything from that, or if you would like to cut around the edges so you have some extra paper, feel free to do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this directly on the panel for now. Okay. Then we're gonna attach that to our card front. This one is a simple one, simple but elegant. We're going to put that right on the front. Now, I do have an extra, let's see, do I have one? Before I tell lies. I don't want to tell lies. I did not get enough adhesive on the top edge of that. Can you see there's a little bit of a gap? I'm going to pry that up and I'm going to make sure there's adhesive on there. Always pull the back piece off when you're pulling anything off. Pull from the back and that will make it easier, but I'm going to put adhesive all along that top edge so that it's flat. There we go. All right, so we have our panel. Now, I'm going to add, I'm not sure what I'm gonna add. I was gonna add a leaf, but I don't think so. I have the Neutrals Adhesive Backed Sequins, one of which is a copper color, one is this Early Espresso gold and white. Hi Monica, thanks for joining me. Glad you could make it today. The whole work business gets in the way of all the social things. All right, and I'm just gonna add a couple of, let's see, should I add copper? I can add copper to match my copper paper, or I can use the brown. I use the brown for this one. I think maybe I'll use the copper on the second one here so it's a little bit different, just so it's, and not my spots are in a different spot. My spots, oh my goodness, my sequins will be in a different spot because I have the words in a different spot. So these sequins are two sizes. There's a small and a large, and I'm gonna just put one there and then maybe one up here. Okay, so I have my things on the front, and then it's a brown card, so we don't want, we want to be able to see when we write. So I have the leaf stamp from the Autumn Expressions. I have the leaf, and I'm just going to stamp a couple of those like they're falling on the inside of my card, just to decorate the inside just a little bit. And no right or wrong to how you do it. Just a couple of leaves down in the corner. Just like that. Now you still have plenty of room to write, and you can tell your friends why you were so grateful for them. So again, I used the Leaf Fall Embossing Folder, and it is $11, and it's so pretty. You can use it by itself. You can add things to it. We could glue on a leaf or two. We could do so many things, but I just went simple today, simple and elegant. So there's the inside, and then the front is just, it's just pretty. It's just pretty. So this one, again, we went portrait. This one is landscape. This one I used the Early Espresso sequins, and this one I used the copper, but on both I used the copper textured metallic paper for the mat. So there you have it. Happy fall. And tomorrow we're going to go back to Christmas. I already have tomorrow's card designed, so I'm super excited about that. And I will see you tomorrow for day 24 of 31. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you soon.